What's going on, people? Welcome back to Heavy Hitter Media. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Well, guys, looks like Coach Stormy had an opportunity to come on TGIF and give her side of the story. Check it out.
Thanks for being here. Let's get right into it. Now, in the video, you told your friend that her plate of food was low vibration and suitable for a hood rat, while your plate was fit for royalty. Break that down for us real quick.
So hold on. Let me just say something. There's a history with this young lady that y'all saw in the video. Her name is Tammy Price.
Okay.
I have been her mentor and her coach, her friend. She literally calls me her angel, and addresses me that way for the last 7 years. So just to give a little backstory, like I would never have, spoken to a random person like that. Me and her have a history, and I feel responsible for her success, her next level. And so when I sat down at my women's retreats with women that came to grow, to know themselves, to love themselves, to become better, and she was the top income earner that I've coached to millionaire status, multi-millionaire status, and she sits down with enough food for 3 people, I had a problem with that. I felt not only did she dishonor herself, but I felt like she dishonored and disrespected me with the plate of food. And it would be wrong for me to have sat next to her and let her treat herself less than the queen that she is.
Wow.
She had too much food. She had actually 2 hot dogs. But y'all got to understand, she had ate some of the food by the time I got disgusted, okay? So it was like 2 hamburgers, 2 hot dogs, 2 chickens, potato salad, baked beans, and corn on one queen's plate. And it was slopped on it. The hamburger was upside down. The beans was mixed with the potatoes and the corn. It was very tacky. It was already plastic silverware. It was not split for a queen. Granted, it was my event, but I did not know what the caterers was bringing. And it was just low vibration. It was thrown together. It was very tacky and distasteful.
Listen, I'm sitting here laughing because from my perspective, you actually making the shit worse. Like as far as
I ain't trying to make it better.
like, no, it is because look, you sat up there, in my opinion, as a friend and embarrassed the hell out of this lady, right? And then it was like, my plate is fit for a queen and your plate is fit for a hood rat. First of all, Tammy used to be big. Tammy's still semi-big. She was hungry. Your plate was giving starvation realness. And then it was like to compare it to royalty, Stormy, like no tea, no shade, no cap. Hood rat, but what you give on the daily is more consistent with hood rat than her plate. You had green fingernails. You was licking barbecue sauce and God knows whatever else from up under your nails, all while digging around in this lady plate with your hands all close to her food. Y'all was eating off a white Dixie plate at an event that people paid thousands of dollars to attend that you was responsible for. And then on top of that, shrimp are roaches of the sea, and there is literally no nutritional value in corn. So how was your plate or your vibration any higher than hers while your legs was cocked open on the chair?
So let's go back. Let's go back. First of all the time, I'm a 1000% real person. Sometimes I'm a hood rat. All the time, I'm a queen. I'm very, very that. And I don't pretend not to be. I'm very a mixture of 2. I'm a hybrid bitch, by the way. I act queenish all the time, but you're going to always get a little hood rat within me. That's number 1. Number 2, I hired an outside caterer. I paid them according to what their proposed budget was, right? For me to get there and to see that stuff, I was already in the event. I had no idea what they were bringing as their utensils. This is a very high, top level chef, number 1. Number 2, yeah, I'm going to carry myself how I carry myself all the time, like a queen, and I had my versions of being the hood rat as well. Now, shrimps, I love shrimp. I was a pescatarian for many years. I just started back eating chicken, right? I love great food. I love chicken. I love corn. I love barbecue. I love to lick it off my fingers. I'm always going to do that stuff. But when I gave the example, it was just to show the difference. Again, you do not have to pile enough food for 2-3 people on your plate at one time. Let's get it clear. I'm not a vegan. I'm not a vegetarian. I'm not a plant-based eater. Okay? It was the amount of food and the way in which it was placed on her food. It had nothing to do with the actual food itself. Now, granted, I'm in a different space after that. But at the time, I don't care what you, Claudia, nobody says, right? Al, respectfully, that food was not placed on the plate properly. It looked tacky and hood radish. The difference was the way my food was placed. I wasn't starving. That was enough food for one setting. I don't believe in eating enough food for the day. I'm gonna eat portion. I do what you call portion control.
Hugh, you have another question?
Every 3 hours.
I'm gonna tell you something. Tammy a better woman than I ever be, because I'd have knocked that damn plate out your hand, and when that food hit the ground, you would have saw just how low that shit could have vibrated. But it was just, it just came off condescending. It just came off condescending.
Respectfully, I would say. Wait, let me just say two things, and real quick, two things. Number one, that's my coaching style. I'm going to address the issue right when it happens. That's probably why I got 36 millionaires and multimillionaires, and there's no coach that I know that has that type of resume and track record, because they sugarcoat shit and they save shit for later. I'm addressing on the spot as a teaching lesson for the masses. Again, 36 multimillionaires that came from zero, and that's within the last 8 years. Number one. Number two, Tammy knows the way I communicate. When I'm passionate about something and I'm trying to teach a lesson, that's just the way it comes across. And that's probably why, just respectfully, I don't know your financial bracket, Funky Dineva, but that's probably why this lady is a multimillionaire and I don't know what you are. It's her level of humility and respect.
Wow. Hey, Stormy, brand strategist, and one thing that I've enjoyed about you, whether it's Hood Radish or whether it's Queen, is that you are a marketing guru, and you have taken this viral moment and created merchandise. You have created a fashion line now called High Vibrational Gear. Do you mind sharing with me how that came about? Is it because of the virality moment? You were like, hey, this is a moment, let me take advantage of it. What constantly makes you show up all the time in understanding this marketing game and know how to capitalize on it?
I mean, first of all, when I finished filming that, y'all gotta remember that wasn't a mistake. I knew it was gonna come across, controversial. I call myself the queen of controversy. I'm just that girl. And literally when we finished, I said, that's gonna go viral. And I knew it. I knew that everybody was gonna pick that video apart. And I'm very grateful for Tammy's response, because if she would not have responded humbly, I don't believe this would have went across the way it has went across. You got young ladies saying, I'm a queen, don't put all that food on my plate. You got people saying, hey, I don't want to eat no low vibration plates. You got more people conscious of what they're eating. Even me, I've been literally plant-based for the last week because I want to eat high vibrational foods. Foods have vibrations. So when I saw how people went crazy, you got to remember January of 2020, I believe, I was called canceled. People canceled me because I said something at the wrong time about something I was not aware of. And it caused me to go in a very, very dark place. I couldn't handle the public scrutiny. I never experienced nothing like that before. The amount of people that unfollowed me and wanted to fight me and kill me, it was crazy. And so after experiencing that, you got to remember my controversial muscles are stronger. My ability to deal with public scrutiny is strong. So I saw how people were going crazy about it. And I'm a businesswoman. I'm going to turn every obstacle to make it an opportunity. And so I saw that, people were going crazy. I mean, you got celebrities talking about they low vibration plate versus they high vibration. And I believe in turning every, opportunity into some cash flow. And so I'm just excited about Thanksgiving. I'm excited about the New Year's. And I feel like more people now are looking at their plates. And so why not capitalize and make some money off the drama? Black people love drama. So why not make some money off of it?
Child, please tell listen. Stormy, what was really going through your mind was, bitch, you got all this food on your plate, and now people think this tea we sell ain't gonna work. Tell the truth.
That too. So Funky, you said something. Tammy lost 85 pounds drinking the products. After the fact, she had a lot of loose skin. She went and got surgery, right? But she lost 85 pounds before she got one nick of surgery. And you're right. All of us have gained weight. I'm 10 pounds heavier than I was during the pandemic. She's 10 pounds heavier. And so if I'm watching her eat that plate, I'm like, that's the problem. That's how you eat when I'm not around. So let's correct this in the moment. Granted, I mean, I don't think she was embarrassed because she know how I talk. this is who I am. And that's why a lot of people don't like me, because I talk like this at the moment. I'm not going to hide it for later. But the truth is, you're right. We're in the tea business. We're in the health and wellness industry. We already got people thinking we scheming and scamming them, selling them things that don't work. So I need you to remember that we got to make sure that this tea do what it do, and we can't eat like that.
Well, I'm glad you addressed that, because they are all up in the comments saying scam tea. And I'm glad you addressed that, because they are trying to really come for your tea, and you are saying it works. And now you explain your reason why you said all that, and it makes sense. So, Stormy, thank you for being here with us tonight. I did not expect this conversation, and thank you for clearing it up. What can we expect from you next, real quick, before we go to commercial?
Oh, I mean, listen, vibrational gear, my community. I have a Girl Hold My Hand community where we do come together every day at 8 o'clock. I've saved women from depression and suicide, and I'm going to continue to build my Girl Hold My Hand community, changing lives all over the world. I'm going to sell more tea, more NutriBurst, more NRG, and I'm watching people plates. Don't come around me with them low vibrational plates.
She the plate Nazi up in here. All right, Stormy, thank you so much. I'm like afraid to eat around you, because I'm like, I didn't know it was that serious. Like, okay, Thanksgiving around the corner. Hey, don't be a low vibrational hood rat, because Stormy will come for you. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with more. Thank you so much for being here.